introduce Gary Crawford. He's a very famous special effects coordinator. He's done movies for 25 years. He's worked with Steven Spielberg on E.T., on Poltergeist, he did Halloween 3, 2010, and more. And he has developed 90% of the equipment that you see here. So why don't you start with the Maniac?
Let's start out with the Maniac. This is a moving head with a combination fog head. So the idea is to not only have it change colors, be totally DMX controlled, but be able to shoot fog that lasts only 15 seconds. The fog shooting idea is ours with a 15-second fog, so that it creates a cryogenic effect. Stephanie,
yes.
It's not foggy. Put it on the program, it's not foggy.
This is 3, 4, 5.
So the LED lights blend together to create millions of different colors, and the idea is to be able to have it be a lot brighter. So this year we introduced this brand new with the idea of having much brighter lights, so that it would create a 15-second fog that disappears and makes it completely clear 15 seconds later for the cameras to be able to see what's going on. When you light it with orange and red, you can create it and make it look like a fire effect. And with the smoke coming out of it at the top of the unit, then it really looks like it's been on fire. When you hit it with blue, the idea is that the blue will make it a cryogenic effect, and it disappears just like CO2. When it comes to using this up high, follow me this way. We created a infinity fluid supplier that basically, I can't move it, okay? The idea was that if you hook up the fluid, you can have this hooked up to a 55-gallon drum and create the ability to fill any of our machines continuously all the time, which makes it wonderful because it's got a timer on it. You don't have to have anybody worrying about how long it's going to last as far as the fluid inside the machine. It really makes it stand out as something that's unique. What?
Bubble Defender.
It doesn't work. Okay. The Bubble Defender is a new method of creating bubbles. Basically, the idea was to have this made so that instead of having wands go through a bath that constantly creates bubbles, what we do now is we have a flapper that goes across and creates individual bubbles so that all of our fluid is held inside the unit. It's completely sealed, so the air does not expose to the fluid. It stays fresh all the time, and it makes it much less maintenance problems as far as the people being able to keep up with the fluid being clean. When they want to clean the machine, they have a catch tray. They can hook this up to a tube and have all the excess floating away so they don't have any mess to deal with. It works great for cruise lines and apertures where they have to have it going all the time. They don't want to have to worry about filling the unit each time that it runs out of fluid. This keeps it flowing all the time.
So this is a Quiet Cube. The Quiet Cube is the quietest snow machine in the world. I'm going to turn it on. Is it okay if you get snow on your camera, or do you want to stand this?
No.
You can basically whisper next to the phone.
Thank you very much. Oh, we still have lemonade going hard. It's cold, I guess.
You can barely hear it. It's really good for areas where people don't want to hear a hum much the most popular snow machine in the world, which was the little Blizzard, and put a laser with it. And the way this came to be is Gary and I went to go see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra last year,
Famous lemonade.
and they had snow falling, and they had some very powerful lasers over here, and they shined the lasers onto the snow, and it looked like magic. And I turned to Gary and I said, we need a machine that will do that because it's gorgeous. So we're just going to show, we're going to turn this on, but we're going to show you a brief video of what it looks like at night or in the dark because it's very bright here. Okay. Here's the volume. Pending on the unit, and it does so many things. I'm just going to read a little bit about what this laser does. This is the first snow simulator with laser illumination. It has a remote DMX 512 control of snow effects, as well as all laser features including color, intensity, number of beams, speed, pattern, and direction. It has separate red, green, and blue diodes for full spectrum or single color, strobe, diffraction. It has an adjustable laser emission angle for flexibility. It has high efficiency lasers for low power consumption, low hazard class 3R configuration. There is no license required when it's 3R, which is fantastic. So we went straight to laser compliance. Casey Stack gave me a lot of help in developing this laser for the machine and made sure it was going to be safe for everyone. So it is completely compliant.
Stephanie worked very hard on this for almost a year to get it ready for this show, and it was a big hit. We had a lot of good response out of it. It was very difficult getting all the laser compliance paperwork completed.
I should also give Chad Busey a plug because he is the engineer who helped me develop the laser. Okay. You want to get pretty close?
This is Tim Smith, and he's our national sales representative for BirdBuffer, taking care of all the birds and their issues.
That's right. That's right.
Tim.
We're here at the IAAPA show today because we're here to represent our 2 vapor machines. This is something that Gary invented. It is based on a system that uses a non-toxic, eco-friendly formula. It is made from the skin of grapes. So we, people, animals, like the scent of grapes. Birds do not. How this works is pretty simple. We use a formula, again, made of the skin of grape. We're going to take a gallon and go ahead and fill the hopper of this machine. The type of bird that we're working with, if it's a pigeon, if it's a seagull, if it's a crow, anything that flies is going to be affected by this vapor. It's lighter than air. I have an emitter back here and a timer. Most bird activity is during the daytime, and usually before dawn is when you have a scout bird come out for the flock. They're looking for the place to hang out during the day. They're also looking out for a place to eat. Well, if I can give them something like a, we'll put it in the terms of a pepper spray to the face, you're not really going to want to hang out there. And you're probably not going to recommend that to your friends either. It's the same idea with this. We're going to put a little bit of scent out in the air. It's going to raise out. This unit, called the TD2, will cover an acre, a half-acre area with that vapor all day. The birds come into the scent, are irritated by the scent, and leave the area. This other system works in the same way, except it covers over an acre area. So we can really get good coverage with this. Simple maintenance, about 10 minutes a month. Simply remove a filter. Take the gallon of fluid, add it to the hopper. A standard 110 plug to keep it powered. Flip the switch on, it's running for you. Walk away. I'll guarantee this though, the machines will not work unless you put fluid in them. And that's the BirdBuffer system. What do you think?